Hello again. This is Amateur and CB Radio Microphone Recordings number 9. I recently purchased 2 new microphones, the first microphones I have bought in probably 11 years or so. They are both what is called podcast microphones, and I find this fascinating. Anyway, in this recording, there will be a compression test. I will use the Heil PR40, and I will make a recording of normally, and then I will make a recording of it with a 2-to-1 compression ratio. But anyway, back to these podcast mics. The 2 I got are the Marshall MXL BCD1 and the CAD Audio PM 1200. The total cost was $100. The Marshall was $60, the CAD was $40, and the CAD also came with a boom arm, the extending type with springs. So I wish when I was really serious with my audio back around 1998 to 2007 that they had these type of small, dynamic, relatively inexpensive microphones. The first one like this I ever had was the Heil PR40, and I'm going to tell you, it was not inexpensive, and it still isn't. Anyway, I am talking to you on the Marshall right now. I will later switch to the CAD. These are pretty good deals, I think. And we always have to consider a couple of things. One, these microphones have a better frequency response than our radios ever will. 2, what you're hearing on these recordings is not the way it sounds exactly on someone's radio at the other end when you're talking to them. There's a lot of factors there that will diminish it. However, I think the recordings play a role in letting people decide what may sound best for their voice. Anyway, this is the Marshall MXL BCD1 Dynamic Low Impedance Podcast Microphone. I am now speaking on the CAD or CAD PM 1200, also known as the Podmaster. Anyway, I just want to speak a moment about distortion. Overdriving our radios. For sideband, that means the ALC in conjunction with the mic gain. I use an example in this little video of this occurring on what's called digital mode FT8, a mode I use quite frequently. And it can always be traced back to the ALC. It's annoying as all get out. And the problem, of course, with FT8 is that you don't get instant feedback of someone like sideband telling you turn your audio down or turn your mic gain down or whatever. Anyway, just wanted to bring that up. No matter how good your equipment is, if you overdrive it, you're going to cause a problem. Anyway, let's get into the compression test. This is the Heil PR40, a dynamic microphone. It's a very nice looking microphone. It does require an XLR connector and a spider mount to hold it. This is the Heil PR40, a dynamic microphone. It's a very nice looking microphone. It does require an XLR connector and a spider mount to hold it. As you could hear, the loudness of the second recording was more prominent than the first recording because the second was compressed, which raises the average power level, or volume if you want to call it that. But it also allowed my breathing to be far more prominent. So you have to take your pick. Most hams use compression during pileups, but for rag chew, no. Anyway, you've heard both of the podcast mics. The differences are there. One has a little more bass to it. That would be the CAD. But, they both are acceptable. You also heard them compared to the PR40, so you can draw a conclusion from that too. Anyway, thank you for watching these videos, and I hope you have a very good search for a good microphone for your radio equipment. Goodbye, and 7.